This next song that I'm gonna do for you guys is it's a favorite of mine, something I wrote with my brother Tye Tribbett. Actually, I remember we were in a basement and I was kind of messing around on the Triton, and you found it, like I heard the 80s patch and immediately like just kind of went, ooh. Just kind of playing around, and then Tye got on that MPC, start laying the beat out, and then the song kind of formulated from there. And so this song really has the sounds that I'm using on here. It's this pad. It's that same Prince pad. Some things work across the board. So this is a great pad, and then I added to the same horns patch that I have, the Ken Brass, J-Pop. I added some bells just for that 80s. Just to brighten it up a little bit. But when you listen to the actual song, it's a little bit of a bell in there. Not too much. You know what I mean? So let me play a little bit for you, and you just kind of show you where we at. Keep vibing. Second verse. See, I'm just kind of staying in my lane. So on this, in the song, if you've seen the video, Thaddeus is actually playing the bass during the choruses, but during the verses he's singing. So when it came time to cover the bass in this, I was actually covering the bass in the song. So playing key bass. And I just made the key bass. The key bass is literally the same patch that I'm playing. Just had a dope pad under there. And like with songs like this, you want to make sure that everything is clean. You can get very excited in a song like this and sometimes overdo it, especially these church. Even though it's an 80s vibe, it's still church chords. That's church. That's us mixing and blending the church chords with the 80s feel. So it's still church. So it's easy to get into it. Even when we open the song up a little bit in the chorus, you'll hear us get to a point where if you ever listen back to the track, like we just tuck in church in there just a little bit, but you never want to overdo it. You always want to leave it, like you hear a lot going on in the song. You hear horns playing, guitars playing, the vocals doing their thing, percussion is in there. And so everything is kind of like following like, it's all these different movement parts. So you want to make sure you're not clashing with anybody. Like if I'm doing too much, Like, I can't do that. Like, I gotta literally, in this song, stay in my lane, even if it feels good. It don't need more. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was shedding on it earlier, me and John, we was laughing because the horns are doing so much crazy stuff in this song that I always find myself drawn to doing those things. Like, so when I'm shedding, I'll do it. But like the horns, we'll do this part like I always like feel tempted to do that, but I don't. Like if it's a song, if we're doing a performance, stay right where you're supposed to be. Let them do their thing. And honestly, even in this song, I would normally, just because I feel like, none of that. Not for this. This is not that Morris Day thing. This is literally, everything is all lane driven in this song. You know what I mean? So, resist the urge. Let me see what else we got on here. But really, I'm literally simply in two sounds. Like, verses, that pad is, I'm leaning on that pad and I'm playing key bass. And the chorus, I'm only doing this because the bass is not in the track, but I would really be doing this. You hear how the melody is leading everything? Real basic. So I keep playing the rest. Okay. I don't even know where we at right now. Okay, I think I know where I'm at. On my knees. I double up right here. So you notice they went up in vocals? You hear how they went up? So now on the hook went up. Before they were singing it a certain way. That's how they went up. They went up, I went up. Brightened up. Same thing? Simple. G. I messed it up, my fault. But all right, so this is what I'm doing here. So everything else, you see me just kind of really playing parts because there's so much else going on around. Dana was also doing, now this is a song where nobody was your traditional particular mains in a sense of a piano or roots. This song is the main. It's the aux, but it's the main. You know what I mean? So both me and Dana were facilitating a lot of sounds and stuff like that. So when we get to this part where in and out. We walked. You see how I'm getting out of there? Now I always hear, I always want to do what the horns do. I always want to do that, but just resist those urges. Going out. Then we going out. I'm like. So that's the whole song, but you hear how it's very parts oriented, you know what I mean? And that's it, that's Hold On. So I hope y'all got a little inside looking, to what we were doing, man, over 10 years ago. That was, sheesh. Yeah, that's like 12 years ago, actually, 2008. So hopefully it blesses you. Hold on.